has looked at the properties, or Todd has furnished us with photographs pertaining to the properties and will record these observations. Following the public hearing, the committee will conduct their monthly business meeting, at which time we will vote on the applications. You may stay and hear how the applications are decided, or you may leave following the public hearing. Any person affected by an administrative decision of this committee has 10 days from the filing of tonight's decision to file an appeal. Such appeals are heard by the Waushara County Board of Adjustment that just left. Information and applications are available from the Waushara County Zoning Office. The county assumes no liability and makes no warranty as to the legality of any construction commenced prior to the expiration of this 10-day period. I will now introduce the skeleton committee. Donna Collada, substitute committee member. Pat King, I'm Robert Wadle. Todd Waller, the zoning administrator. Cindy Rattler is our secretary. And Amy Schultz is on the controls over there for the microphones. Give you that.
Thank you.
Okay, the first application we will hear tonight is for Ed Birch. Wild Rose, Wisconsin has made application for a zone change in accordance with sections 58-131 through 138 and 58-721 of the Waushara County Zoning Code from CS Commercial Service to AG General Ag to match the surrounding area in the shoreland area. Location, a 7-acre parcel of land known as Lot 1 of CSM number 6389, being part of the northwest quarter of the southeast quarter, section 26, town 20 north, range 11 east, town of Springwater, Archer Avenue. Is the applicant here? Would you please come up to the podium and give us a brief overview of why you would like the zone change?
Okay, of the 40 acres that I purchased, the 7 acres is zoned commercial. I'd like that rezoned back to general agriculture. So the 40 is complete general ag.
Okay.
That's the whole of it.
Guess that's pretty simple.
Yep.
Is the committee, I'm familiar with it because prior years we were up there for Edgrins had something going, so I know right where it is. Donna, would you like a picture of the?
They should be, there
Oh,
should
you've
be
got 'em?
pictures
Okay,
in
I'm
the back
sorry.
of everyone's
I'm sorry.
packet.
Got ahead of myself. Or Patrick, have you got any questions? We've got a couple, maybe just normal questions.
Sure.
You know where the lot lines are?
Some of them,
Okay, has there been a recent survey?
not that I know of. I haven't had a chance to really get on the property the way the weather is.
Yeah, but you know pretty close where the lot
Yes.
lines. Have you talked to the other neighbors about changing it back to agricultural or?
Yeah, Jimmy Button was very happy with it.
Okay. Have you talked to the Springwater Town Board?
I did talk to him on the phone.
Were there any?
No, you a good go, he said.
In
go for it.
favor?
Yeah, definitely in favor.
Okay, I have no other questions at this time. Does the board? And no one turned in any slips?
No, and we don't have any correspondence either.
Staff
so-
comments?
Okay. Just for the
You can have a
benefit,
seat if you like.
Okay.
for the benefit of the board, I'm just going to go through the staff report. As you're aware, the subject property is part of a larger 40-acre tract of vacant land belonging to the Edgrins, or used to be belong. Apparently, you've purchased the property completely now. The entire area at one time used to be part of the managed forest program. However, based upon my conversations with Mr. Birch, that's no longer the case, and this property is literally just lying vacant. The 7-acre tract of land was subject to a zone change in the summer of 2016, with the request actually being completely reverse of that today. At that time, the Edgrins had received approval to rezone the property from AG to CS to conditionally establish mini storage units upon the property. It should be noted that that project obviously never proceeded and has since remained vacant. And based upon the submitted material, the applicant now is going to own the entire 40-acre tract. I did go out to the property as there was no on-site performed, and in the back of your packet are pictures, basically standing at the evergreen entranceway, one looking northwest, one looking northeast, and you could see the condition of the property. While the subject property has been part of a previous zone change, completely reverse of that being requested today, the current request would not only bring the parcel back in so as to be consistent with surrounding land uses, It would actually bring the property back into compliance with the town's future land use plan as depicted in their comprehensive plan, which has the property designated for agricultural and natural areas. Staff's reviewed this request, is very supportive of the request to rezone the property back to agricultural, as the zoning classification is more consistent with the land uses and like I say, the town's comprehensive plan. While the committee will be making a recommendation on this request later in the evening, staff is recommending approval of the request to rezone an approximate 7-acre parcel of land located along the north side of Archer Lane, immediately north of the Evergreen campsites, from CS, commercial service, to AG, general agricultural, to match the surrounding area in the town of Springwater.
Do you have anything else to add or comment on, Ed? No. All right. Next application we'll hear this evening is for Roman and Rachel Troyer, Coloma, Wisconsin. Have made an application for conditional use in accordance with sections 58-236, paragraph B, paragraph 8, and 58-454, paragraph 30 of the Waushara County Zoning Code to conditionally establish a confectionery manufacturing operation within an existing 45 by 50 accessory structure in the AG General Ag Zone. Location: an approximate 1.8 acre parcel of land being part of the southeast northwest Block E and streets in the village of Richford, Lot 1, Certified Survey Map 1286, Section 21, Town 18 North, Range 9 East, Town of Richford, address W11178 Cumberland Road. Is the applicant present? You want to come up and to the microphone and tell the committee anything that you didn't tell us the other day?
Well, good evening. I think I told you everything the other day. We're just where we're at right now, making the candy. It's kind of small. We'd like to expand a little bit. And I had that building sitting there for personal storage and stuff, and I really didn't need the whole building for that. So I thought we'd use part of that for the confectionery part of making the candy and stuff. So other than that,
Okay, just a few questions similar to the other gentleman. You do know where your lot lines and property lines are?
yes.
Has there been a survey done in recent years or just when you bought it?
Not since I bought it, not that I know of, but I do know where the lines are.
And you have talked to the town board, I can attest to that because you came to our
Yes, I
November
have.
meeting. And there was no concerns there. Have you talked to the other adjoining landowners?
I have not.
But as far as you know, there's no.
As far as I know, there's no objections.
No one filled out anything or anything, so. Does the committee have any other questions?
I just had one out of curiosity. The front porch in front of that had some big black barrels on it.
Yes.
What's in those barrels?
It's mineral spirits and white gas that I use when I get them in, I unload them there because it's easier to unload. But if we do move out there, I plan on moving those out of there so they're not where you see them.
So they're not used are they used in the production of the candy?
Excuse me?
Are they used in the production of the candy?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So.
Donna, anything? I guess you can take a seat, Roman, and any staff comments?
Nope, just as you've indicated, the applicant did appear before the town board of Richford on November of this year. And based upon, I'm sorry, last year, sorry. And then based upon the comments that you had, guys posed no objection and recommended that they proceed with the request to the county.
Okay, I guess that concludes. Did you have anything more to add, Roman, or? Okay, well, that concludes our.
Do you want me to give a little?
Oh, I'm
summary or
sorry.
no?
Yeah,
That's
sure.
okay.
I always get ahead of myself.
I just want to give a little brief summary of the staff report. Just should be noted that the original home and sanitary system predate county zoning. Even though that it does predate county zoning, this property has come under review numerous times by the county since 1993. The property's been recipient of several land use permits over the years. I have those listed, ranging from decks to additions. There was also an addition onto the home to accommodate a previous fabric store and craft sales area. There were also a conditional use upon the property in 1993 to establish the retail fabric store and craft sales outlet. And then in 2008, there was an after the fact variance for the subject barn, the 50 by 126 pole barn, as it was constructed too close to the center line of Cumberland Road. The candy store has been in operation at this location since the applicants purchased the property back in 2004. As we witnessed, there is an existing retail component located at the west side of the home, and immediately adjacent to that, a similar sized processing aspect that is also located within the existing home. As proposed, the applicants seek to modify the interior of the existing pole barn, creating a new processing area roughly 36 by 50 in size. There will be an additional storage area, a break room, and bathrooms for family employees, as well as hopefully a construction of a small little office. The balance of the pole barn will be retained for personal storage and more typical agricultural uses. Just like to point out that the county health department here in Waushara County maintains no jurisdiction over this type of business, as it falls under the purview of DATCAP. And that's primarily due to the fact that the applicant's primary crux to business is wholesale sales. I did contact DATCAP and have talked to them. The applicants are current, and all inspections have been being performed there over the past 16 years, and will have to continue to do such, with the construction of the new candy store or the manufacturing aspect. Outside of that, staff has reviewed this request and believes that an expansion to a family-run business with a somewhat modest manufacturing area, such as that being proposed within the confines of an existing building, can prove to be a welcome neighbor and business in the county. Staff's only concerns would be that of ensuring the applicable building and health-related codes are being met. We believe, however, these can easily be addressed through conditions and recommendations placed upon the notice of decision. While the committee will be making a recommendation on this request later in the evening, staff is recommending approval of the conditional use to establish a confectionery manufacturing operation within a 45 by 50 portion of an existing 50 by 126 accessory structure in an AG agricultural zone in the town of Richard, subject to the conditions listed in your report.
Okay, thank you, Todd. All right, that concludes our hearing. We'll go into our business meeting. Roll call shows that Donna is filling in for either Carl or Jerry or everybody that left, or Mike. But you're not getting 3 stipends, only 1. And Pat is here and I'm here. Motion to approve the agenda is printed. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Approved? Opposed? Motion is carried. Approval of the minutes from yesterday's meeting? Are they in our packet here, Todd, or?
Yes. Should be in the,
Last page? No.
was in your, no, there should have been copies of the minutes.
Don't worry, I'll read them, and if there's anything changed, we'll.
I apologize, I thought.
That's all right. Meeting was called to order at 8:49 a.m. They met at the courthouse and then proceeded to
Nope.
visit.
We've got it.
Oh, you got them down?